So I'm going to start saying, I think he's crooked, and I think he's crooked because his head isn't low enough. So I'm going to tap his hip out. I'm going to make him really crooked. Really, really crooked. I'm going to pull his head in, send his hip way out, and now I'm just going to let him go again. Good boy. And what you saw there is I got a little bit of a lowered head. So I'm going to try that again. Good boy. He's starting to let loose. Good boy. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to get him really crooked. Really crooked. I'm going to really send that hip out. And you might have to get right after them because they want to be crooked. So her idea is somewhere between really crooked, the way he prefers to travel crooked, and really crooked the opposite direction. And here he really wants to put his hip into me. So I'm going to send his hip way out, and then I'm just going to let him drift. And as he drifts back to his sort of natural crooked, he's going to find a spot where he's more relaxed right there. And you can tell his head drops, he rounds, he lets his whole body kind of loosen, and just really relaxes his whole back. And when he comes out of it, I say, let's be really crooked again. Really send the hip out, because his hip really pokes into me on this side. Come on. Good boy. Send that hip out. I'm sending the hip out by tapping him in the flank and just really moving towards that area of his body and saying, get that away from me. There. And then just let him drift. And he'll find this place where he is what Karen Rolfe calls let loose. And there he's headed for it. He's finding it. He's finding it. He's kind of exploring the way it feels. And it feels really, really good to horses. I'm telling you, once you teach them how to find this, they will seek it. And this is actually your stretched position when you're in your dressage tests. So I'm teaching him how to find that on his own balance without my weight bothering him initially. And once you have it at the walk, yield his hip a little. Good boy. I'm going to point him the other way. You're a good boy, Oliver. You can work it at the trot. So I'm going to ask him up. And you do the same thing. You just take his hip out. Good boy. And they love it. He knows how to do it. It took me about 2 weeks. I worked on it 10 or 15 minutes every day before I rode him. And you can see here, he seeks it, and he seeks to find it and hold it. And there he lost it, so I say, here's how we find it. Yeah, good boy. Whoop. Sorry, he misunderstood me there. He thought that was an end working cue. My sloppy cue system bites me in the butt. Good boy. So I'm not really teaching him to just trot around with his head down. I'm teaching him how to find that good boy. Relaxation in his own body. And then I can call it up when I need him to be relaxed. So if I'm riding him and he feels like he looked when I got him out this morning, I can ask him to take the stretched position, and he's associated it with being relaxed, being let loose, and having us working quietly together. Good boy. Good boy. Good man. And I loved teaching him that. And you can see, after you do that kind of work with him, how much softer he gets. His body gets softer. He gets less fussy in his mouth. He's out of my space a little bit more. So I would tell you that, you know, when they need to let off a little steam, let them let off a little steam. But very quickly segue into something that helps them find their little zen place rather than just leaving them all up. You can't usually exercise a horse out of hot, right? If you have a hot, really spirited, energetic horse, this one, for instance, the more you exercise him, the more you let him really run and so on, the hotter he gets. He doesn't get calmer with exercise. He gets hotter with it. So you want to really monitor how you use your sensitization, desensitization, and your energy and relaxation exercises with these horses.